They're doing a good back and forth. Let's.
You mean not to sue vaccine pharmaceutical
I am
companies?
not.
Yeah, you are. That's exactly what you're doing.
I'm pro-Western medicine. I'm pro-innovation. I'm just not pro-lying.
Okay.
Sorry.
President Trump asked you to, quote,
God.
clean up corruption and conflicts. Sounds great. You've said that you will, quote, slam shut the revolving door between government agencies and the companies they regulate. That also sounds great. So here's an easy question. Will you commit that when you leave this job, you will not accept compensation from a drug company, a medical device company, a hospital system, or a health insurer
Bingo.
for
Watch him
at least
say
4
yes.
years, including as a lobbyist
all he
or a
should say.
board
Watch him say yes.
Can you just repeat the last part of the question? Can I commit
You're
to
not going
what?
to take money from drug companies in any way, shape, or form.
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
Oh. Yeah, I'm happy to commit to that.
Okay, good. That's what I figured. I said it's an easy question to start with.
It's like, do you
And
know
I
me?
think you're right on this
I don't
question.
think any of them want to give me money, by the way.
Let's keep going. You're right.
He's killing it right
because
now.
To say yes.
He just
because
brought a lot of
every
empathy.
American has the right to know that every decision you make as our #1 health officer is to help them and not to make money for yourself in the future.
I just said
so
that.
I want to talk more about money. I'm looking at your paperwork right now. In the past 2 years, you've raked in $2.5 million from a law firm called Wisner Baum.
Oh, they're good.
You go online, you do commercials to encourage people to sign up with Wisner Baum to join lawsuits against vaccine makers. And for everyone who signs up, you personally get paid. And if they win their case, you get 10% of what they win.
It's a
So
great
if you
deal.
bring in somebody who gets $10 million, you walk away with $1 million. Now, you just
And
said
they walk away
that
with
you want the
9.
American people to know
Yeah, exactly.
you can't be bought. Your decisions won't depend on how much
not
money
doing
you can
fucking
make
charity
in the
work
future.
here.
You won't go to work for a drug company after you leave HHS.
And I won't get that haircut you have.
But you and I both know there's another way to make money. So, Mr. Kennedy, will you
prostitute.
also
Become a woman of the
agree
street,
that
yeah.
you won't take any compensation
Streets
from
of
any
Vermont.
lawsuits against drug companies while you are secretary and for 4 years afterwards?
He already said yes.
I'll certainly commit
To 2 years.
while I'm secretary. But I do want to clarify something because you're making me sound like a shill. I put
You're the
together
one who
that
got-
case. I did
Shut the
the
fuck up, woman.
Science Day presentation to the judge on that case to get it into court, the
Mr.
Daubert
Kennedy,
hearing.
Mr. Kennedy, it's just a really simple question.
Yeah.
Don't let her stop you talking.
$2.5
Just
million.
keep talking.
I want to know if you will commit right now that not only will you not go to work for drug companies, you won't go to work suing the drug companies and taking your rake out of that.
No,
while
why
you're
not? No,
secretary and for
So hold
4
on a second.
years
Now
after.
you're saying it's wrong to be the guy with the David versus Goliath, that I'm not allowed to help people who've been wronged by these companies, shielded from liability, while making a living? How should I make a living? Like you? Ill-gotten gain from the American taxpayer by force?
Yeah, how much?
Here's what he said. That's what he said. You're asking me not to sue drug companies, and I won't do that.
I'm not going to agree to not sue drug companies or anybody.
So let's do a quick count here.
Not too
of
anti-capitalist.
how, as Secretary of HHS, if you get confirmed, you could influence every one of those lawsuits. Well, let me start the list. You could publish your anti-vaccine conspiracies, but this time on U.S. government letterhead, something a jury might be impressed by. You could appoint
I
people
don't
to the
understand that.
CDC vaccine panel who share your anti-vax views and let them do your dirty work. You could tell the CDC vaccine panel to remove a particular vaccine from the vaccine schedule. You could remove vaccines from special compensation programs, which would open up manufacturers to mass torts. You could make more injuries eligible for compensation even if there is no causal evidence. You could change vaccine court processes to make it easier to bring junk lawsuits. You could turn over FDA data to your friends at the law firm, and they could use it however it benefited them. You could change vaccine labeling. You could change vaccine information rules. You could change which claims are compensated in the vaccine injury compensation program. There's a lot of ways that you can influence, those future lawsuits and pending lawsuits while you are Secretary of HHS.
Unlike the other folks who went to work for Pfizer or Procter and Gamble, right? We allowed that, but we certainly can't have someone who's actually moving to advocate for the consumer, for the American. And by the way, this is the first time I've ever heard a Democrat care about junk lawsuits. Remember tort reform?
Yeah, I wonder what her purse looks like.
Yeah.
From the lobbying firm.
They're doing a good back and forth. Let's.
Not to sue vaccine
No,
pharmaceutical
I am
companies.
not. My
Yeah, you
question
are.
is stop
That's exactly what you're doing.
enriching health. Look, no one should be fooled here.
I
As
fought
Secretary
from-
of HHS,
I've never
Robert
wanted her
Kennedy
more.
will have the power to undercut vaccines and vaccine manufacturing across our country. And for all of his talk about follow the science and his promise that he won't interfere with those of us who want to vaccinate his kids, the bottom line is the same.
Interesting.
Kennedy can kill off access
She just said
to
he wants to
vaccines
vaccinate
and
his
make
kids.
millions of dollars while he does it.
He won't interfere
Kids
with those
might
of us who
die,
want to.
But Robert Kennedy can keep cashing in.
Senator, I support vaccines. I support the childhood schedule. I will do that. The only thing I want is good science, and that's it.
How about then say you won't make money off what you do as Secretary
none of your
of
business.
HHS?
Before we go to Senator,
It's none of your fucking business how I think it.
How about you accept term limits? How about that?
Yeah.
You want to determine how someone makes a living for the rest of their life, and he already gave you the agreement, which he didn't have to do, that he wouldn't make money off of drug companies because every single other person in this position has? And now you want him to commit to, when he goes to the private sector, which you haven't seen in decades, commit to not helping American consumers, which, by the way, we know. I get why you're scared, right? The liability shielding of these giant mRNA injection companies, we understand it. Kind of like red dye number 3. Once you understood that people would have that information, oh wait, let's ban it because we might have this guy incoming. All of a sudden you care. You know what's in there. And again, I'm pro-Western medicine. I'm pro-innovation. I'm just not pro-lying. Something else I wanted to go back to. He didn't pull a Jesse Ventura and just say, I'm just asking questions. He said, why do we have this chronic disease epidemic? Why? 60% of kids are damaged. He doesn't have the answer because this agency, these agencies in charge of American health, clearly have not wanted that answer. Let me show you how. Food pyramid, hydrogenated vegetable oils replacing tallow, prescriptions that we're giving to kids, a record number of SSRIs with young women. You haven't been asking why people are sick. Pro-Western medicine. But you haven't fixed the problem. We have a problem in this country. Let's step back for a second. Where we have more of an abundance of choice than ever in human recorded history, combined with convenience. You have telehealth, where you can do it on a Zoom call, and you have organic food that can be shipped straight to your door if that's your thing. No more food deserts. And we have a shorter life expectancy this generation for the first time than parents before them. And you're going to sit there and say that the villain is the guy or the American people who want some fucking change? Hey, when's the onus on you to change anything, ever? People are fatter, sicker, mentally more unhealthy, and they're dying younger. And it's all being funded by more money than ever in human history. You guys know it because you talked about it when you wanted to socialize healthcare. Where's your fix? Hey, if you like this video or if you have strong opinions, comment below, where I will tell you this, the comment section on YouTube is the best that society has to offer. You won't regret it one bit. Or you can click one of these videos playing right here next to me in that box. No, not that one. That's embarrassing.